T. Here he is. Here we are.
That's
How
all
you
it is,
darn?
baby.
How you darn? How you darn?
How we feeling? How we feeling? How we looking? How we doing? 1-800
Yeah.
223 9797. Just call the number.
Hot 97. Call the number.
Hot 97. Talk it up. Something special is happening tonight.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Thanks for joining us today. We are doing a Dynasty startup mock draft. I know a lot of people are doing startups right now. Would I suggest doing a startup in January? Up to you. I probably wouldn't, but I love mock drafting. But would you suggest starting a league in January?
No.
No.
So much is gonna.
I feel like March is like the earliest you can do.
I feel like right after the draft is really comfortable.
Personally. Right after the draft is good, but to be fair, I guess you're at an advantage and disadvantage in different areas, regardless of when you do it. 100%. I feel like even after free agency feels good, because at least you know where the free agent landscape is before you make some of these big picks and commit to people. But I love it. I love it. I love it. You and I obviously obsessed as well with Dynasty mock drafts, and
100%.
We're going to be doing these a lot this offseason. And in fact, I would say from this week onwards, we're going to have like 3 to 5 every single week. Hey.
Yeah, Monday through Thursday at the moment. I think that's what we're planning on doing, going live every single your guys is Monday through Thursday, doing I think we're going to offset on rookies and Dynasty mock drafts, and Dynasty startup mock drafts. Honestly, leading up to the season starts, to be completely honest. It's all about doing mock drafts, getting more information, draft stock rising for some of these rookie players, some draft stock falling, and understanding and kind of creating our own ADP early out in the season right now to see how these
someone
guys are
out there, by the way, which shout out to whoever this is. I can't remember who's doing it. Someone is keeping track of ADP for us of our mock drafts.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't know who that is, but let us know if you're here. I can't remember who it is, or just DM us later. I'm pretty sure it's someone over on Patreon. But I want to link to that because that is incredible that someone's keeping track of that. Yeah. Well, we're doing a Dynasty startup draft. Badake, if people want to join us today, how would they go about doing so? How could they get into today's draft?
Yeah, so the first step you have to do is join our Discord. That Discord is linked in the description below. Maybe Zach can put that in the chat. Or actually, I'll put it in the chat. Okay. I'll put in the chat here. Give me 1 second. But all you have to do is join our Discord. Go there. Let me just put in the chat first before I continue my sentence. Go there, join the Discord, and then go to Dynasty. Damn it! There's a couple tabs in our Discord. We have a redraft in this season and a Dynasty tab. It's called Dynasty Damn It. Go to Dynasty Damn It, then go to Dynasty Mock Draft tab. That's exactly where we'll be posting the link. There's a lot of people in there. You probably saw Zach's message from 40 minutes ago saying we're going to go live. He said that 40 minutes ago. So that's where we'll be posting that link. Join it there, and we're going to be sending out the link. It is first come, first serve for everybody. So if you can't get in today, don't worry, because we're going to be grinding out all off season. So you're going to have an opportunity to get in. And Zach is doing this cool thing right now on Twitter, where if you like and retweet or do something on his end, you can get a free spot.
Yeah, so basically what I'm doing right now is every time that we're going to go live and do a mock draft, I'm just putting up a tweet and saying, hey, if you want to retweet this, I'm going to choose a random person who gets a guaranteed entry every time we go live. It'll just be one person. And basically 15 minutes before we go live, I do this random picker for the competition. And then someone gets a guaranteed entry into the mock draft. So that's another way that you could look at potentially trying to up your odds. So, by the way, shout out to everyone who has been following us over on Twitter. We've been trying to be very intentional about growing our presence over there. So consider dropping us a follow. There's my handle. Here's Badake's handle as well. We know it's big to the Dynasty community. So we're trying to kind of grow that area. And for me, I know you're probably going to get there as well. Or maybe not, I don't know. Maybe it was just conversation based. I'm trying to put a lot of film on there because if we put film on YouTube, it's taken down, it's demonetized. You can't really use it. So I've been trying to put a lot of film on there. I just got a Devin Kane yesterday, and I'm excited to talk about him at some point, whenever the right point comes.
Whenever the right point comes.
Put film about Devin Kane. I've put film up about Sean Tucker, Zach Evans, all 22 film as well for some of these guys. Jameer Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, Roma Dunze, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. So I'm trying to start conversations on there. Have fun with you guys. So consider giving us a follow, both of us over there on Twitter. That would be very, very kind of you guys. Now, we do have landing spots for today's mock draft. So I'll paste that in the chat as well. We'll go through those landing spots once we send out the link. So one last time, I'm gonna choose like the 12 spot. I'm gonna try the 12 today. One last time, if you want to get in today's mock draft, what are the steps, Badake?
Yeah, join our Discord, link in the description below. Go there, go to Dynasty, damn it, and then there's a sub channel called Dynasty Mock Draft Tabs where I'm gonna be posting the link. It is first come, first serve once again. So if you don't get in today, it's okay. Chill in the chat. We have conversations, and we talk about every single. We're going to talk about a lot of people because we haven't spoken about them. We're going to see how high they've gone with their finishes from the previous year and people that are going to be falling. Same thing with rookies. So once again, join our Discord, and it is first come, first serve. So huge love. I'll send that link out now since you got the spot. Sure. And 3, 2, 1.
Who is your icon?
That's Eli Manning.
Oh, okay.
It's with because I had Eli Manning last time, and I just basically put did you see that clip where he was like rapping? He made like a rap video.
No.
Or a rap song. It was really funny. So it was kind of cringe, but I just changed it. I wanted to. It's a new year, you know, trying to freshen up, get a new icon.
Sure.
I'm doing the whole thing. I don't know if you guys know, I made a new banner, so check that out on
yeah. You know what?
on the desktop.
Why don't we look at it together?
Why don't we look at it together?
My guy's been.
I'm trying
to make things look fresh, trying to make things look clean.
Whew! I'm trying to zhuzh it up, you know. I'm trying to
look at that beautiful banner and Jameson Williams. That is hot, boy.
Up and coming guy. He's about to break out. They say.
That is hot. I like it. I'm a big fan of that. Okay, I reckon we can get started here.
Yeah. No third round reversals. This is a super flex dynasty startup. If I'm not mistaken, so obviously quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, 2 flex spots, 1 super flex, and I think we're probably just gonna go round 12, 13-ish maybe 13,
14. We'll see.
Yeah.
Just so quickly, landing spots for the rookies. You've got Bryce Young to the Texans. CJ Stroud is a Colt. Will Levis is a Raider. Quentin Johnson is a Panther. Anthony Richardson a Jet. Addison a Packer. Michael Mayer a Buck. JSN is a Jag. Boutte is a Giant. Bijan is a Raven, which I like that spot. I know some people don't. Jameer Gibbs is a Bill. We've got Jalen Hyatt to the Colts, which is okay, interesting. Darnell Washington to the Saints. Josh Downs to the Browns. Rashee Rice to the Patriots, which I like that spot personally. Tanner McKee to the Bucks. Luke Musgrave to the Giants. Cedric Tillman to the Bears. Kincaid to the Lions. Devin Akane to the Cardinals. That's an interesting spot. Zach Evans to the Rams. Zay Flowers to the Texans. Tank Bigsby to the Dolphins. Great landing spot. Zach Charbonnet to the Bucks. Hendon Hooker is a Seahawk. Parker Washington is a Raven. We love seeing him in these mock drafts. I want to see his stock rise. Sam Laporta, a Charger. Sean Tucker, unfortunately, is stuck behind Joe Mixon on the Bengals. Marvin Mims is a Chief. Every other rookie you can still draft. And how it works, if you want to draft a rookie, that's why we have the kicker as an option. So draft a kicker. We'll pause. You'll tell us what rookie it is, and we'll enter it for you on the stream. So let's go ahead and get straight to it. We're not going to undo any auto drafts. You have a minute to make a pick, and the draft has officially started. There goes Patrick Mahomes, 101. He is my 101. He's been my 101 since 2018. Haven't changed, but there's a case for 3 people there, I would say.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I know we didn't say hi. Maybe we did. G Money, Farah, Clyde, Daniel, Trippy, Raw, C Will, Tunchi, who else? Ignite, Chad the Dad, G Money, Kevin, Benjamin, El Tigre, how we doing, man? 7, Zachary, Seth, all love, man. We appreciate you guys coming through the chat. But yes. Eagles are
Are most startups third round reversals? I wouldn't say most. Definitely some are. Depends on what your league prefers, but we don't prefer third round reversal. Personally, doesn't mean it's right or it's wrong. That's just our preference.
Yeah. I like this. Jalen Hurts in the 104. Talk it up.
Okay, so we see Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Hurts, Herbert at the 105. That's crazy. He's fallen that far. Then Justin Fields at the 106 and Justin Jefferson off the clock or off the board. I'm frustrated because I can't use the draft wizard right now. I typically use the draft wizard because it automatically tells me who my best available player is. But I'm going to try my best to keep up with my rankings as we go. There goes Lamar Jackson off the board, and then Trevor Lawrence, who has made huge strides as of late. Good to see him go in the first round. That's kind of where he went as a rookie, right?
Who, Trevor?
Yeah, I mean, he was 109 to 112.
Yeah, he was up there.
Rookie startups.
Hey, he played really well, man. I'm liking what we're seeing from Trevor this past year. It was just phenomenal the way he was playing, spreading the ball out, getting things done. Some things to clean up, but I think with another year, with under this head coach, Doug,
okay,
it's gonna be great.
There goes Chase off the board. All right, so Chase goes off the board. Ooh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck here. I have an idea of what I want to do, but I'm not sure that it's the right time. I got to read the room. All right, for me, it's definitely going to be Deshaun Watson first. I don't have the concerns that others do. I understand it hasn't been a great start, but that contract and the talent we've seen, they're going to figure it out, in my opinion. And then, yeah, tough decision after that. I could double down on quarterbacks and get Dak.
Right.
I'm not sure that's what I want to do.
Dak is back, baby.
Yeah. So I'll go Watson first.
Dak is back. Mm-hmm.
And then I think, realistically, this is where you're going to see the 101 in rookie drafts go.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, do you get a quarterback here? Do you get, CJ or Bryce?
I'm going to go ahead and take Bijan Robinson here.
Okay, you're going for the running back. That's fair.
At the 201. I'm not a big advocate of getting running backs early in drafts, but Bijan, to me, like we've said previously on previous streams, I believe he is a generational talent, the best running back prospect since Saquon Barkley. So let me ask you guys, and this is my opinion, you might not agree, I think he's a full package, complete full package. Where would you draft Saquon Barkley if he was a rookie and no injury history whatsoever? And I think he's more than willing of a 201 selection there. Now, are they the same exact player? No, of course not. But I'm saying he is the best prospect for me since Saquon. So I'm going to take Bijan there. And I fully 100,000% expect that Bijan Robinson goes before this in Dynasty startups. Genuinely. I'm thinking of where JT went last year. 1-8 to the 112. I think that's where you're going to start to see Bijan. Hey, Thomas, thank you so much for the sub. But I fully believe you're going to see Bijan from the 1-8 to the 112 and in one quarterback formats way earlier. So I'm happy to kind of take him here. Love me some Bijan Robinson. Again, best prospect I've seen since Saquon Barkley. And the full package, not only on the ground, great vision, great burst, great explosiveness, the most missed tackles forced in college football this year, but also is an incredible route runner. So I'm going to take him here. That could be my phone if you're hearing a vibration. Sorry.
Jack phone just going off, baby. Yes, I'm a mess and a mess and it has to be.
So there goes Dak Prescott. I got to remember this isn't a rookie draft. Yeah.
Nah.
We might do one startup this year. We're trying to figure that out at the moment. We'll let you guys know. Garrett Wilson or the 104. That's pretty even value, I would say. If the 104 is JSN, I'll take JSN, but it's hard to say how your league will go down. Lima might have been. I'm not sure. What's up, MP?
How we doing,
Hello.
baby?
Thank you, Sam. Thanks for joining us for entertainment. He says, I'm doing a $150 Dynasty startup now. I need this video bad. Love it. High stakes shiz got me stressing. What's up, your boy Bricks?
The foundation,
Happy
baby.
New Year, bro. Good to see you. Shane says too early. I disagree, but that's okay. Bijan's a better prospect than Saquon. Okay, I can respect that opinion. Could be my phone going off. For sure, could be mine. No, he's not. Saquon was a top 5 pick. I think you guys have to keep in mind that the NFL doesn't draft running backs the way that they used to when Saquon came into the league. So it's a little bit of a different era. I wouldn't compare like top 5 pick to 2023 version of the NFL with the running back position.
We got Bryce off the board here.
This Bryce Young?
Yeah, this is Bryce Young.
Okay, Bryce Young goes off the board, and he is at the 204.
Yeah, and he goes.
Is that too early for you? You feel good about that? I mean, I don't think that's too early.
No, I don't think that's too early either. That's going to the Texans here. You know, new head coach should be coming in. Everything that's happening. We like Bryce. Obviously, the biggest concern is the size, but everything else he has is there. You know, all the other attributes is there, just undersized, right? Yeah. So I'm going to go with a rookie as well, and I'm going to take CJ. I'm looking at the quarterbacks here that are available. I'm seeing Tua, Trey, and even though I don't have my rookies in place in my rankings as of yet, but I think right now I feel really comfortable that I would take CJ over some of these guys. I mean, Tua, hey, I wonder if what the conversation would have been if we saw a full season without
I know. I think he would have been locked in as a first rounder if there wasn't those concussions.
I think so as well, and I think the talent was there and the way he was progressing is there. Maybe we take a chance on Tua, in the other later rounds, but I'll go CJ right now. CJ, Ohio State. I love him. I love everything he's doing. I think right now he is my QB1. Sure. Still haven't done my official scouting on him for the 2022. I did my scouting for 2021, but everything that I've seen from 2021 and as I was watching him in 2022, I think he has everything. I know there was not a lot mobility in the fantasy perspective, but I think the IQ is there, the ball placement, everything that he has, the attributes is there for me. So I think CJ is a top guy to go here at the 205. Lamar and CJ. I got my guy on the ground, and then I got my IQ guy, my IQ quarterback.
I like CJ. I like him. I think he is a better processor of the game in real time than Fields was. And I guess I'm doing what I dislike. I dislike when people compare CJ to Justin Fields. They're different quarterbacks. They're not the same player. But I will say, if you were to compare them coming out, Justin Fields is obviously the better athlete, the better running asset as well. But I would say coming out of college, CJ Stroud is already a better processor of the game. I'm not saying he's a better quarterback, but in that one specific area. We see A.J. Brown go off the board, so Justin B starts with 2 wide receivers, building that wide receiver core, which I do like. Then we have Tua, JT, and Trey Lance off the board.
Yeah, we got another rookie off the board here, and Nathan is going Jahmyr Gibbs. Okay. And Jahmyr Gibbs in this mock draft. By the way, Bijan went to the Ravens, if I'm not mistaken. Bryce went to the Texans. CJ went to the Colts. And now here, Jahmyr is going to the Buffalo Bills. So we're just so everyone's aware, if you guys aren't following us, we'll put this mock draft in the chat one more time.
It's in the description as well.
In the description, but there you go. But there goes Jahmyr Gibbs goes at the 211. He is technically the 3rd running back off the board here as well.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Jalen Waddle. Yeah, I love Jahmyr Gibbs. Again, I think he's more Aaron Jones than Alvin Kamara, but most people's comps are Alvin Kamara. I'm happy with it, but I think he's more Aaron Jones, DeAndre Swift. But I do see a lot of people say Alvin Kamara. I mean, I'm not going to say that he doesn't look like Kamara, but I just feel like the Jones Swift mold feels a little bit better to me.
Right.
Bijan went at the 209 in my most recent startup. Nice. I would say I'm fairly confident of Bijan being from the 108 to the 203 when we do real startups this year. My wife's surgery. So I got up at 4 a.m. today. The Australian healthcare system is weird. You get free healthcare, but you have to wait to do surgeries. It's like this weird system. But we went in around 5:30, and we waited for about 4 hours. Then she finally got in, And literally about 30 minutes ago, they brought her in and they were like, hey, you can't come past this door. You can't talk to her for like the next 3 to 4 hours. I was like, okay, well, just ring me when she's ready. I was like, all right, I'm not gonna wait. I'm just gonna go do a live stream and then I'll come right back. So that's what the vibes are. I am believing that she'll be all good. But yeah, she broke her ankle in 2 different places and then tore a ligament. So it's been rough on her. I know she's gonna be all right though. All right, there goes Gibbs off the board. Thanks so much for asking, Bobcat. That's kind of you. Waddle goes, then Amon-Ra St. Brown, Ken Walker, Garrett Wilson, and Breece Hall all off the board. I like that. Some of these young elite running backs. Now, Badake, all offseason last year, for you and I, it was build around your quarterbacks and your wide receivers. That was our gospel. That was our Bible. And that's pretty much still how I feel. I wanted to take Bijan for fun, but because I think that's realistically where he's going to go. But I like some of these starts where people are kind of trying things, and that's what mock drafts are for.
Yeah, exactly. That's what mock drafts are for. So it's really exciting. I think the biggest thing people want to understand where obviously everyone's going to fall, but where the rookies are feeling, they're getting a feel for where the rookies could potentially go. And I think that's what's exciting right now. And especially with things can change, like people that are free agents or on the last contract year. So, they got to play for their contract. For example, Lamar Jackson, is he going to be with the Ravens? Is he going to get franchise tag? Same thing with someone like what's going to happen with Trey? He went at the 2-9, right? Is he going to be
that
the
felt
starter?
early for me.
Yeah,
and I like Trey Lance.
Starter, or is he going to go somewhere else? Is Breece Hall going to be ready for the season? I doubt he is at the moment.
No, I don't think he will be either. And his injury felt very much like a 2-year recovery. Not to say that he won't play year 1 back from the injury, but I feel like it could take a little while to really be his old self. Trey Lance, I feel like I'm more comfortable in the 4th round with Trey.
Yeah, I was looking at Trey and I was like, oh, I guess it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it's like there's so many question marks right now. I mean, he's the number 3, right? Yeah. Brock Purdy's there. Jimmy G, if he was healthy or getting healthy, he'll be the backup for this team. Let me make a pick here. Give me a second. I think I'm tossing between a wide receiver here. And I think I might go with him.
Okay.
I was really hoping with T to fall to me. I'm actually going to go younger. Damn. Nah, I'll go Tyreek.
Okay, there goes Tyreek off the board. I'm going to try and catch up with the chat. He says, I think people are way overvaluing these older receivers compared to running backs. People worry about running back injuries. What happened to Cooper Kupp? Yeah, we weren't very high on Cooper Kupp, but I get where you're coming from. I think at the end of the day, any player can be injured. Doesn't matter the position, but I think there's a large history of running backs having injuries more often, more frequently.
Yeah. I hear you.
Magunji says, first of many startup mocks this offseason, y'all should chart how players change over the course of the offseason. Could be interesting content to go over the big movers. Yeah, that could be really fun. Chad says, would you trade 23 to 11?
24 second and 25 first for the 503.
What? I'm struggling to read that.
So the 23 201, the 24
211.
second.
24 second and 25 first for the 503. I'm assuming like in a Dynasty startup.
Yeah, taking Najee.
I think I would not pay that price for Najee Harris.
Yeah. No. My team's field Garrett Wilson, DK.
I would not pay that price for Najee. Assuming Rodgers retires, where would you rank Jordan Love? I would put him within like the top 18. I would say probably somewhere around there. Still needs to prove himself, but I love him as a prospect. Yeah. Kyle Pitts off the board. I think that's great value at the 3-9.
It's nice. Definitely nice. It goes Olave. That's who I was contemplating between Tyreek and Olave.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was going to be my pick.
I was going to go back. I was back and forth. I was like, maybe should I go older? Should I go younger? It's a mock draft. We'll see what happens,
Yeah, that was going to be my pick. And also, my fallback was Pickett. So, I'm really struggling to draft without my rankings right beside me.
Yeah.
Did Diggs already go? Yeah, Diggs went. Higgs went.
Yeah.
Olave went. Okay. Did Treylon Burks go yet?
No.
All right, I'll grab me some Treylon Burks here. I know Drizzy Drake is there, and I think I'm probably going to pair them up together.
Nice.
All right, I'll pair up Drizzy Drake and Treylon Burks. Yes, I am still a huge Treylon Burks believer. And if you want to know why, the video comes out very, very soon as to why I still believe in Treylon Burks. Drake London goes off the board as well, and now Daniel Macy's up at the 4-2. 108 is too high. Okay. Again, like, I'm happy for everyone to have their opinions, for sure.
What the?
I don't agree, but I can definitely respect it, no doubt. I can respect.
Got another rookie here, JSN. Okay. Jackson Smith here at the
son of a bitch. I forgot about the rookies.
At the 4-3.
Oh, that's so annoying. I had a chance to talk him up.
You did have a chance to talk him up.
There goes my wide receiver 1 off the board. I really want Fantasy Pros to bring back the draft wizard. That made mock drafting so much easier. Okay, JSN goes off the board. Great pick. I probably would take JSN over one of those 2 wide receivers I just drafted, but what can you do?
What can you do?
Gibbs over Brees is crazy. I don't think it's crazy, but I understand. You know, if the issue is Brees Hall's injury could legitimately be a 2-year recovery, guys. It was almost the same injury as J.K. Dobbins, wasn't it?
Look, I'm putting now. I mean, maybe this is my thought process, and I haven't done too much research into it. But all the injuries of an ACL, the following year, usually they're pretty fantasy not unrelevant, but like disappointing, right? When Saquon came in after his injury, very disappointing. And I'm talking about in an ACL perspective, and I can go through so many, scenarios. And there was the outlier with AP where he comes back and he goes crazy for 2,000, right? But like, even, I don't know. I think someone like Brees Hall is not going to be ready to be fantasy, give you the fantasy contribution that you want coming into 2023. Same thing with Javonte Williams. There's so many. You
have to be patient with these guys,
Yeah.
Whereas you look at guys like Ken Walker, Jahmyr Gibbs, right? These guys can instantly be someone whose values rise instantly with the talent and the landing spots potentially. Does Deontay Johnson bounce back in 2023? I don't know. One of my biggest regression candidates heading into 2022. I feel pretty good about that call. But
I'll make my pick here really fast. Sorry to interrupt. You're a guy who I thought you were going to take. That's Jameson Williams.
Okay, yeah. Well,
I think
I'm all over the board right now.
Nah, that's okay. And this feels really comfortable here as my wide receiver 2. He's back. He's healthy. He still has his speed. It looks like he hasn't lost a step, as we saw in this last couple games that he was there.
So frustrated at myself.
And hey, and these are things that we're gonna pick up, like, because now you see Amo falling at the 4-5. We know now when people say, "Oh shit," like maybe they take him over Diggs, maybe they take him over T, maybe they take him over Tyreek, and he'll be a middle of the 3rd type guy than a 4-5, right? So just keep that in mind. But I like it. We got another rookie here.
Yeah, this is Jordan Addison off the board. I think. How high are you taking Addison? Not to say that this is wrong. I'm just looking at some of the other wide receivers on the board, and I feel a little bit more confident about them.
Yeah, 100%. I would agree there.
But again, this is why we mock.
Yeah, there's a handful of players.
Someone could be really high on him and have a different opinion than us.
Yeah, so let's see. I mean, I love where Devonta Smith went at the 4-4. That feels really comfortable. I think that feels comfortable there. Taking Devonta Smith. I haven't done my official I have to I'm looking at my rankings. I think I have to I have to go through them again.
Yeah.
Christian Watson there.
Do you know when rookies are added to Sleeper officially? No, we don't. I wish it was way sooner than it typically is. Y'all hear about Trey Lance and Justin Fields' interests? Meaning...
Talk to me, Tommy.
Explain, Tommy. Zach, how you feeling about Lance heading into next year? Honestly, the same exact way I felt when the injury first happened. Not a player I'm buying. I definitely have stock of him, and I'm not selling either. I'm just holding. So just one of those players where I'm not buying because there's too much risk, but I'm not selling because I'm not going to get the value I need. Also, why Walker over Hall? Kind of similar to what we mentioned. Walker can instantly come in next year and give you value, potentially improve his value in people's eyes, whereas we're still going to wait on Breece Hall to be Breece Hall for a year and a half, maybe. Yeah. It's difficult to say. Yeah, Roquan got 100 million, yeah, for a linebacker. That was crazy.
Yeah, Seven, we talked about this. One of our close friends is a Ravens fan, and the first thing I said was GG's in the chat to Lamar. Are you going to pay this guy $100 million when Lamar has been begging to get paid, and look how far he's taking you? When Roquan just comes in, they're just gonna franchise tag him, and Lamar's not gonna play. That's my thought process. He's gonna sit out. But let's see what happens.
I don't think Lamar plays right now either. You mean this weekend or in general next year?
Like next year, if he doesn't get a contract settled in 2023. What goes George Pickens there? Josh Jacobs at the 412.
I was hoping I could potentially get Pickens on the next turn, but it makes sense that he went this early. And there goes Anthony Richardson, which I think that's a pretty good risk reward at the 5.3. This is kind of where people were taking Kenny Pickett last year, and you get the upside of an Anthony Richardson with pretty much the same risk, or the 5.2 is it? I mean, again, it's a huge risk pick, and it could be a bust, but it could also be the best pick of the draft. That's just the kind of player you're getting with AR-15.
And he's going to the Jets here in this scenario. Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore. They're going to get a new offensive coordinator now. You know, Jackson Smith and Jigba in this draft goes to the Jags, and Jordan Addison in this draft goes to the Packers. So there's definitely some upside and some ability for some of these players to kind of take off. We got another rookie here. So they can go multiple rookies.
Hey, turn your not your vibrator. Turn your vibration off on your phone, because one of us is apparently.
That's definitely you, because my phone.
Is it me?
I can hear it. I can hear it as well.
Oh, you can hear it as well. So I'm the dumbass. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Where the frick do I turn off vibration? I feel like an old man right now. Is it notifications?
You know what's funny? I don't use vibration on my phone. Really? When I get notifications, no, I never do. And I think that's why I'm so bad at like responding quickly.
Someone tell me where to find it. I have no idea how to. I don't know how to do this. Sounds? Someone says sounds. Where is sounds?
Just go to sounds.
Okay, I'm gonna search for sounds and haptics. Keyboard. I don't get it, man.
Just what I suggest you to do you have like a book that you can put your phone on top of? Because I doubt it will. I'm pretty sure it will stop vibrating. By the way, you can resume the draft. Or actually, I guess we can.
That's Quentin Johnson. I don't know how to use my phone. I have no idea. I'm gonna put it on my PC.
I love that.
Wow, Ramondre goes off the board.
I love that.
That's pretty early for Ramondre, no?
Ramondre, I mean, let me see who's available. I mean, I can see there's 1, 2.
That is. Are you taking Ramondre over Swift?
No. Did Swift go?
Swift just went. Yeah.
So, okay, I'm looking down at the players available. I'm not taking Ramondre over Swift. I'm not taking Ramondre over Joe Money Bags. I'm not taking Ramondre over. JK is close as well.
I can't even use my Q, because if I use my Q, people will see who I'm targeting. Man, I really need that feature back. It's really screwing me over not having it. Okay, I have a target. I have a player that I want to target, and I hope to God he's there at the 512. All right, trying to catch up with the chat here. Purdy is a placeholder. Yeah, he definitely could be. I could see that being a possibility. But guys, if he leads them to the Super Bowl, he no longer is a placeholder.
I think, my personal opinion, if Purdy wins one playoff game, I think he is going to have the conversation of being the starter going into 2023 for the 49ers.
What the?
That's my thought process.
I'm at the point where nothing's off the table for anyway. Someone's phone is killing me. Pick it so early. That was a little early. I guess you could say that, but tough. There's not many quarterbacks after that you want to bet on. London Devontae. What about 89? Yeah, I mean, Mark Andrews going at the 5.6?
Yeah, that's good.
And wait, Kelsey going a full round before him? Oof.
Levis.
Okay,
so
this
Justin
is
went
Will
Levis. Okay. Okay.
That's kind of. I'm not saying that's high for Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce could have broken records this year, and I'm still not targeting him in Dynasty. You know what I mean? Like, age comes for everyone, and I just can't. I just can't be there when I've got a dead fish in my hand. I'd rather sell that fish before it dies. Sounds weird. Thoughts on Rashid Shaheed? I like Rashid Shaheed. Tons of speed. Dude is like a freaking bullet through a defense. Definitely a good guy to like deep stash, I would say. Trey Lance, I think he plays at the Niners, but it's possible it's somewhere else. That's great value, Dogzo. I drafted Lance at the 502 in my startup. Nice. That is pretty late. That's good. If Juju resigns with the Chiefs, what pick could I get for him? Probably an early second.
I think it depends how long that is, you know?
Yeah.
Is that like a 1 year, another 1 year or 2 year? I think if it gets a 3 year, I think they can be a good, like, good compensation personally.
I would say like potentially an early second. You know, that feels like it could happen.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Where you at, brother? Welcome to the squad, Jahan Dotson. But I'm on the edge, so I'm gonna use my time here.
I'll be honest with you. I was gonna take him, but I thought it was just a little bit too early. I thought I can sneak him to the 6'5".
At the 5'12", I'm loving the value there.
At the 6'5", because I was like, oh, I'm gonna take my guy that I just say to buy low on, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I love the value here.
No, it's great. I love it. I think it's a good pick.
Oh, what do I do after that though? I feel like Hollywood would be a smash, but what does his value look like? Is he a good buy low potentially in 6 months when Kyler's recovering? I mean, is
Kyler going to be ready?
Well, I don't worry about Kyler long term, but I worry about like the immediate reaction to the value and how that correlates, you know?
Right.
All right, let's go Jahan Dotson first here. Let me try and pull up my rankings. This is so difficult, man. I think sheesh.
Sorry, I'm just looking for this photo. Someone, mother-in-law asked me to look for a photo that she wanted. Give me a second.
Shout out to the mother-in-law. Your mother. Okay, I think I'm gonna go Pity City here. At the 6'1", a guy who was going, you know, mid-third before this season. I'll take him here at the 6'1", and hope to God that the Colts trade up for a quarterback like they're talking. I mean, there's genuine talks right now that if there is one team that is desperately wanting to go up and trade with Chicago, it's the Colts. That's the name that we keep hearing. So if the Colts go up and get a CJ, if they get a Bryce Young, that could be really interesting for a player like Michael Pittman.
100%. And I think that's what's so exciting about like Michael Pittman and someone like an Alec Pierce, you know, that the potential is there, and the potential for them to get their franchise quarterback essentially since Andrew Luck, since Peyton Manning, you know. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting to see what happens with these guys.
Hey guys, 133 people watching the stream. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Hey, can we ask you guys to do us a huge favor and drop a like? If you like the content, if you like the streams, the rookie content, everything that we're doing, do us a huge favor and drop a like on the stream. That's the most simple way for you to help us grow the channel, to support us, and help the algorithm kind of grow the community as well. So do us a massive favor, drop a like. 139 people, 71 likes. Why can't we get to 100 right here, right now? With your help, I think we can do it.
Why not us, huh? Why not us?
Why not us? Who is that rookie?
Kayshawn Booty to the New York Football Giants.
That's a nice one. I think I actually...
That's who I was going to take.
I like that pick.
I had Jahan Dotson and Kayshawn on my radar.
Trying to host the stream. Oh, that's Marvin Mims. Oops. And keep up with like rankings is a nightmare. There you go, Kayshawn.
You go, Kayshawn. All right, I'll take my guy as always. He was basically my guy last year. Or he was my guy last year. I mean, it was disappointing because Russ wasn't cooking. I think it's going to be better. We saw the second half of the season. Give me Jerry Jeudy here.
Totally. I think if someone says Jerry Jeudy had a bad season, they didn't really pay attention to what happened. And they didn't see those little bursts that he had in between those injuries. Jerry Jeudy looks good. He's clearly the buy compared to Cortland. Cortland is not the same player, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree.
Carr to the Colts. I mean, that could be interesting. I would be fine with that from Michael Pittman.
I
They
think
drafted one rookie with Rodgers. It was Devontae.
Yeah, it's so tough.
Olave is a year younger than Jeudy. Yes, he is. Jeudy is younger than Olave. Yeah, I don't think that's true, but I could be wrong. Jahan Dotson over Cooper Kupp is crazy to me. Welcome
to the stream.
Welcome to the craziness. I mean, we told people stop drafting Cooper Kupp in the first and second rounds of Dynasty startups all last year. We'll be wrong again, I guess.
What was Kupp's
we were right,
injury
but
again?
you know what I'm trying to say. It was an ankle injury, apparently it was a high ankle sprain, but it's weird that they did a surgery on it. It's reminiscent a little bit of Michael Thomas.
Yeah, that's what I was
And
thinking.
I think what people like, if you're saying Cooper Kupp should be off the board, yeah, okay, 6th round. I don't disagree with you, but we have no idea the status of Sean McVay. We have no idea the status of Matthew Stafford. We have no idea if Cooper Kupp will be the same player. We believe he will be, but there is potential that he won't be the same exact player, the same way Michael Thomas was not the same exact player. Now, I know they had surgeries at different time. Cooper Kupp obviously took care of his health a little bit better, but you're talking about one of the most unknown scenarios in all of college football. Name another team in the NFL that has more question marks right now than the Los Angeles Rams, right? Offensive line is terrible. Matthew Stafford has been injured, and we don't know if he's coming back. Baker Mayfield's there. What are we doing with Baker Mayfield? Sean McVay is allowing his entire coaching staff to take meetings on a daily basis to get out of there. Does that mean that Sean McVay is going to leave? Jake, thank you so much for the sub, brother.
By the way, no draft capital either.
No draft capital.
So I mean, this is a terrible situation for these Rams
and
in a fantasy perspective.
And you say, okay, Cooper Kupp gets traded. Well, that doesn't mean he's going to be targeted 15 times a game like he was in LA with Matthew Stafford. So we love him as a talent, but at some point you have to look a little bit towards younger players who are proven talents who haven't had that kind of targets, that opportunity. And for me it's a no-brainer to go Dotson over Kupp, but I understand some people are like, well, you're missing out on a proven talent. You know, he might still have a year or two left of elite production, maybe, but it's not like it's not as if we're talking about a Stephon Diggs, right, who is healthy and we know he's coming back to Josh Allen and the same coaching staff and the same foundation. We just don't know that. So yeah, but I don't think Kupp at the 6-7 is bad. I don't think that's bad.
No, I don't think it's bad. I think maybe it's kind of where once we get closer to the season, especially in dynasty perspective, when people say, okay, I'm going to start building win now teams, maybe Cooper Kupp is going to go higher, right? And maybe we understand, okay, well, Sean McVay didn't leave, Matthew Stafford's healthy, Cooper Kupp is healthy. He's probably going to go back in round 4 area potentially if you want to get that ability to try and win now. J.K. Dobbins, damn. Was hoping for him. Christian Kirk,
Goff's a good pick.
Yeah, so some of these guys are going off right now. T.J. Hawkins is also a good pick at the 6'9", by the way.
Agreed. What rookie pick is Levis? I believe where did he go? Sorry.
He went to the Raiders at the 1.
So,
at the 7.
2.
Let me see.
That makes him the 109. That makes him the 109 in today's draft.
To Justin, yeah, he went to 5'7" and he's the 109. We mean the 109. Oh, right. Like, okay.
As in rookie,
right.
Where he would be taking a rookie.
Right, that makes sense.
Indiana wanted Trey Lance in the draft. Ooh, that could be fun. Not gonna lie, there are a lot of guys in the 4th that would have taken over Burks. Yeah, everyone's welcome to their opinions for sure. Addy in Green Bay. I like Addison. I think he could thrive alongside of Watson. That's the kind of situation we want to see Addison in, not a situation where he steps in and is the #1 target for people to cover, because that worries us a little bit.
Yeah.
Brees was a clear tear. Yes, but I don't think it was just ACL. I think it was also MCL and meniscus. I could be wrong. Not a doctor.
Not a doctor.
Trying to catch up with everyone here.
Yeah, I'm trying to find where you're at right now, to be honest.
McGungy says Jackson. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Let me look. We explained the Dotson pick. What's up, guys? Just found your channel. As this is my first year diving into Dynasty. Love it. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Appreciate you, man.
Wasn't it Javonte who had a messy tear? Javonte had a messy tear for sure. Brees's was the better of the ACL tears, but the timeline is terrible. It was way further into the season, and it wasn't just ACL for Brees Hall. I'm pretty like, you guys let me know. Send me a link if I'm wrong.
I think it was October. Was it October he got injured? October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So roughly, they say roughly ACLs goes for 9 months, right? Just to get back into the recovery, back into the running stage. And then there's another ramp up of them trusting the ACL.
Sure.
Right? So
took Saquon 2 years to be the same guy.
Exactly. And that's what I keep saying.
Adrian Peterson was the same exact player the next year. So there's no real science to it at this moment.
Yeah. No idea.
Because you can't say, well, science has come further. Well, why did it take Saquon longer than Adrian Peterson, right? It's like, I mean, Aaron Rodgers is obviously way better than Jordan Love as a quarterback right now. Yeah, we don't disagree. I'm not sure if you're having a conversation with someone else, though, maybe. The Lions need to trade up to 101. I would love that. I would love if they united them. Chubb and DJ Moore go off the board.
I like the DJ Moore pick with the hopefully an opportunity of a quarterback going there.
Hey, we were, and I guess me specifically, I got a lot of hate for not liking DJ Moore in startups this year. That was because he was going in third round. If he's going to start going in the late 7th, yeah, I'm fine with taking him there. He could turn from someone I avoid to someone I'm buying.
Damn, son, I don't know who to take here.
Cup is in D-Hop territory from last year, I think. Sure. Hot take, Levis and A-Rich are better dynasty options than both Bryce and CJ. Okay, I can respect it. I would say their ceilings could potentially be higher. Brees was as mild as it gets. And I think their fantasy stock will skyrocket during / after the combine. That could be the truth. Zach, that was a response. Dude. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Good to know. Brees' tear was the best case scenario. Sounds terrible for sure.
I was going to go Dalvin there, not Derrick Henry. So, GG's. I pressed the wrong player.
Well, welcome Durka to the squad.
Welcome Durka.
Chris Godwin tore his ACL week 15 and played week 1. He wasn't in form until week 10, though. Yeah, for sure. I think the lesson here is you can't predict when someone will be ready. I'm taking 2023 RB3 over Pierce and JKD.
JK Dobbins.
Okay.
I'm assuming
I think we are too. We've been very low on Pierce all offseason. I remember being on this channel and begging people to trade Dameon Pierce for a first round pick because that was happening. And people were really, really high on him at that point.
Got Sean Tucker here from Runner.
Ooh, okay. Sean Tucker goes off the board. A little bit early being stuck behind Joe Mixon there, though.
Yeah, and this draft specifically,
This landing spot's rough for him.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd rather have Sean Tucker than Derrick Henry.
Yeah. I was going Dalvin, man. I have another option if it does come back to me at the 8-5, so let's see what happens.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to go ahead and resume here. And you go ahead and take over because I need to kind of get my bearings here on what I want to do next.
Yeah, no worries.
I think I have an idea. I just don't know if it's too early.
The wholly objective plus London. Okay, using rookie picks on high ceiling while trading stable floor is the move in my opinion, Steven said. Yeah, using rookie picks on high ceiling while trading for stable floors. Okay. I think I guess it all depends on the build of the team, I think that's also so important of how to kind of balance it. I have so many teams that are either just trash needing to stabilize or teams that, rookies that I need to stabilize and get, let's get some proven production to make myself a competitor, depending on the rookie that it is. There goes Gino at the 7-10.
Damn.
So we have some of these guys that
was going to be one of my picks.
Some of these guys that were going in like the 10th, 11th, 12th round, like a Daniel Jones, a Jared Goff, a Geno Smith, now going in the middle of dynasty startups. Which
this feels more comfortable.
It's exciting. It's exciting. It's exciting to see some of these guys like getting some after what they did this past year. I think if I'm not mistaken, Jones, Goff, and Geno Smith were all top 15 quarterbacks, finished as top 15 quarterbacks this past year. Let me double check that. Daniel Jones at 7, Geno at 6, Jared Goff at 10. Yeah, I mean all top 10 actually, so that's great. There goes Pat the Dragon off the board here for Daniel Macy, and you're on the clock here. What are you thinking?
I'm trying to just remember what my name is at this point. My name is Jeff.
My name's Jeff.
I don't want to be caught in no man's land at the quarterback spot. And I know this is probably too early in most people's minds, but I am still going to stand by the years and years and years of top quarterback play. And I believe a new regime is going to help fix this broken man. Let's ride Russell Wilson. My quarterback 2 at the 7-12. Is it too early? Maybe. I don't want to wait another 24 picks to try and get my my quarterback 2. You don't think it's too early?
I think with the quarterback layout right now and who's available, I think that feels really good, especially where he was going last year. He was going at the end of the first, early second, if I'm not mistaken. Right, end of the first. There was some times he was going in the first, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was end of the first. You're right.
End of the first, early second. So I feel comfortable here.
Personally. Yeah, I'm also going to take another shot on. I guess I'm going to go risk with both of these picks, but the first one was a player that I just believe in the history of what we've seen and that there is answers that will come. The second one is a player that I loved out of Minnesota. Hasn't worked out just yet, but I believe he is the missing piece for this offense, and it's not looked good without him. I'm talking Rashad Bateman. I'll take Rashad Bateman here at the 8-1. So I really, really love this wide receiver room I'm building, and I almost went kind of anchor RB. I know I didn't take an RB first, but I guess you could call it a version of anchor RB with Bijan Robinson there. I'll try and find values a little bit late, but I like this wide receiver room that I'm building. Now, you might not like Burks. That's fine. You might prefer Watson, or you might prefer Devonta Smith. That's fine. We see players a little bit differently, but I like this build. I like the direction that this team is headed. Now I want to kind of look at maybe finding a tight end in the later rounds, a quarterback 3 in case Russ doesn't recover, someone with upside, unknown situation, and then find some running backs that are maybe vets towards the end of this draft.
Feels good. Let's see what Daniel Macy goes with. Danny said Watson was injured at the end of the year. Phil said offer Mark Andrews in the 112 for the 16 and the 17 and 12 team, one quarterback smash or pass.
Pass for me.
Yeah, I would pass as well. I think I love the pillar of Mark Andrews there in the quarterback position. He goes Darnell Mooney. What's up, Billy?
What's up, Billy? Billy on the street?
Billy on the street.
That's a good pick. Thank you. I love that people are having conversations. That's awesome. In the chat. How do you guys feel about Greg Dulcich? I don't want to talk about him because I'm going to try and get him a little bit later, but I guess we'll have to talk about him. Pretty happy with him because I was able to pick him up in our rookie draft. Yeah, I like Dulcich as a late buy this year in startups. I really enjoyed seeing him kind of, I wouldn't say he broke out, but showed real signs.
Exactly. Once he was on the field, he produced. And then obviously he got, he got injured. So it kind of hindered him. It hindered him in the beginning, and then it hindered him towards the end of the season.
Thoughts on Brandon Cooks' future? I will say this, Sam. If you are any, let me rephrase that. If you are a contending team, the time to trade for Brandon Cooks is actually right now. It's not when he gets traded. Right now, his value is at its lowest. Let's say he gets traded to one of these contenders, to the if the Packers keep Aaron Rodgers, right, which we heard that was a possibility. Let's say he gets traded to Kansas City, or he gets traded to, name a team that's a competing team, right? Let's say he gets traded to the Giants. I don't know. That's when his value will rise. You want to get those kind of players who we know he wants out, and we know that the Texans are okay with moving on from him. So now is the time, because he's like, wide receiver 60 to 70, I think, right now in the community's eyes. So now is the time to go buy a wide receiver like that. Now, keep in mind, you don't want to spend any more than like a late second?
Yeah.
Late second?
Yeah, mid to late second, I think. I don't think I mean, we were trying to get. I was trying to get her first last year.
Yeah, it's not possible.
Yeah,
anymore.
It's not possible anymore. I guess maybe. Yeah, and he openly expressed that he doesn't really want to be part of that build.
Yeah.
So,
and they're gonna move on from him. That's just the reality. 111 and Pittman for AJ Brown. I'll take the AJ side. That's close.
Yeah, I'll take AJ Brown.
Thoughts on Pacheco next season? I am still in the camp of they could easily bring in any amount of running backs to compete with him. So I think so as well.
Coming into this season, Daniel. So, what are your thoughts on really heading into this season? Hey, it can happen, especially with the way Trevor Lawrence was going. So if you can get him on the low right now, maybe people. I doubt you can get him now.
That's been my my buy low all last year. I screamed it from the rooftops. Was a big Calvin Ridley guy. I mean, I got him in like the 13th round of startups. Traded for him with like late seconds in leagues. So that's another one of those guys where the time to trade for him low was before we knew like his home, right? Before we knew he was going to be a Jag. And you said Zach Charbonnet?
Yeah, Zach Charbonnet.
Damn, okay. That's frustrating.
Where'd he go in this draft too?
To the Bucks.
To the Bucks, right?
I was hoping he might fall to me. That was going to be one of those running backs I might try and build around, but I'm a big Zach Charbonnet fan. Probably the angriest runner in this class. There's not a single run where he doesn't try and hurt the guy who's trying to tackle him. There goes Rashad White off the board. Teammates, back-to-back teammates.
Back-to-back teammates here. Got another rookie.
I'll say Kirk Cousins is pretty good value at the 8-8.
Tank's Bigsby.
Okay, Tank goes off the board.
Where Tank go here?
I don't think I'm taking Tank that early, but it's a great landing spot, to be fair.
And he went to the Dolphins.
You could see a scenario in which Tank gets 10 touchdowns on the ground just because he instantly replaces anyone else on the goal line in a high-powered offense. So he's one of those players like Dameon Pierce who his role could grow and his value could get way too crazy, and you draft him late, and then you sell him for a first before people realize he's a Jag, which means just a guy.
Yeah. Jackson P said, anyone stand out between Judy, Ayuk, McLaurin? I mean, definitely Judy, and I think all of them stand out in all different ways personally. Zachary said 112 over James Cook. It's fair. Jackson said I have Judy and Ayuk in the same tier with JJ higher and Terry behind them. That's fine. Nicholas, where do you guys think Bijan will be drafted in redraft? Oh, in redraft,
first round.
Yeah,
He'll be a first round pick.
In
like your one quarterback redraft leagues?
Yeah, 101. No.
No, he won't be 101.
You don't think he'll be 101?
Remember where I think Najee. I think where Najee went, which was like 108 to 112. Yes, he's a rookie, but wait. Clyde went like the 106. I think highest he goes is like 104.
I think people. The only reason why I say 101, and like depending on like.
Damn it!
Depending on how your league is, depending on how your
Michael
league
Mayer off the board.
Nice. Depending on how your league is, whether they like are going to go wide receiver heavy or running back and how the builds are, I think I could definitely see some leagues Bijan going 101, I guess to the 103, 104.
I just don't know that people are going to take him over CMC and Justin Jefferson. And
I can definitely see the wide receivers, but I think in the running back perspective, I think somebody will take him over CMC, and I think that's the only one. That would be
historic though, because I can't remember a single time where a rookie has gone 101 in a redraft.
There goes Xavier Hutchinson there.
Okay, damn.
At the 9-4, so people are just going rookies here.
I really wish Hutch would have fallen to me there, but I haven't been able to draft him in a single mock yet. In a single mock. Y'all sniping my favorites, but I like it. Welcome to the squad, Xavier Hutchinson. You think Algier has a starting job next year? I think there's real potential for someone to come in and compete with him, but he did well. Thoughts on Deontay on following the Steelers?
Bye, Felicia.
How does it affect Pickens' legacy? It's interesting. I mean, as someone who has a lot of George Pickens and zero Deontay Johnson, I like it. Who is it?
Zach Evans.
Son of a bitch! Okay, Zach Evans off the board, you freaking punk. Zach Evans off the board. Damn it, man. Y'all killing me.
Yes, I'm a mess. Dustin Yante, George Pickens to the moon. What do you think of KJ Osborne ceiling in 2023?
What?
I don't think it changes from where it was this year. Personally, I mean, maybe it does if Adam Thielen walks, but
Who is this?
We're about to find out. We're waiting. So Justin took Josh down.
Hey, thank you, Ghost Dog. Thanks for the sub, Ghost Dog. So Josh Downs is off the board. That's a very good pick at the 9.7. Very, very good pick. You're on the clock, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking of who to take. Oh, man. I mean, what do you do now, you know? What do you do now? I mean, I guess I'll take my guy since we were just talking about. I mean, I tweeted about him earlier. I'll take Elijah Moore. The offensive coordinator on the way. He's technically my wide receiver 4 on the team. If this Anthony Richardson is the guy, I mean, the upside kind of is elevated with everyone on this team compared to Zach Wilson, right? So I think we can all agree on that. This is a sexy pick. Maybe it's a little bit too early. Maybe I could have got him at the 10-5 or.
Hard to say though. I mean, I think a lot of people are still in on his talent. It's just
talent's there.
What the heck is the situation?
Yeah,
Pickens to the moon. I love me some Pickens. You should look at Pickens' split stats throwing to Pickett versus I have seen it. It's very interesting.
Runner Meep, Crom is actually going back to Michigan. So, I mean, I don't know if you want to look at somebody else. If there's another option there.
Where is this?
He said,
okay. Did he take Corum? Yeah, Corum went back to Michigan.
Like Crum. Let's see where else he's gone. Coming back home. Hey, being at the end of the first here and in a dynasty startup and getting CJ or Bryce is going to be so exciting. I mean, don't you think? Having the opportunity to get him, I mean, get one of those guys and see. Devin
A-Train. Who this is?
A-Train. Fucking hell, dude. Everyone's just going for you today, brother.
I wanted to talk about him because I just scouted him yesterday. I actually think I want to take a minute just to talk about him. Is that okay?
Sure. I mean, so do you think, brother?
Because there's a couple prospects in this year's class I really can't get my finger on fully just yet. And I think Devin A-Chain is one of those players. The size is really the main thing that worries me. 5'9", 185 pounds. I mean, if you're saying he's going to be a superstar or even a very good player, the only molds that we have of that would be Darren Sproles, like Tariq Cohen in his, when he was like very good for fantasy.
Oh gosh, remember Tariq.
But there's a lot more examples of a player like him failing with his size, but the speed is the kind of speed you only see like once in 10 years. We're talking like Chris Johnson type speed, not as players. I'm not comparing them as players, but as far as the speed that Devin A-Chain has, we're talking like CJ2K type speed, like potentially in the 4.2s. He could run like a 4.25, a 4.26, probably the fastest player in the country. And when he enters the NFL, he might be the fastest player in the NFL instantly. So the speed is like Olympic track type speed. I like the burst. He definitely is one of those start on a dime type players. Great lateral quickness. And the reason I felt necessary to rule him out earlier was because I didn't see as much as I wanted to through the air last year as a pass catcher. But he showed a lot of good traits as a pass catcher on film this year. Matchup nightmare for linebackers, which is what he's going to be in the NFL as well. He ran 48.7% of his total snaps. He ran a receiving route, which is 5th in the nation this year of running backs who had a minimum of 100 attempts. So I really like the speed, the burst, the explosiveness, the pass catching ability. But again, where I'm hung up on is the size. We've never really seen, except for a couple players, someone who has been a fantasy superstar at that size. And I'm not even sure that he is 186. He might be 180 when you look at him. So on film, he very clearly cannot move a pile. In fact, there was multiple games where I watched him on the goal line at like the 3-yard line. He had 2 chances to get it in. Both times he didn't even get a yard. In those scenarios, he's not going to be someone in the NFL who has those goal line touchdowns where, okay, he just got it down to, he had a 30-yard run and he got tackled at the 3-yard line. It changed being subbed out instantly. Like, his touchdowns through the ground are probably coming through broken plays where he reaches the end zone. There will be a goal line back, a short yardage back who steals a lot of touchdowns from him because he has very clear limits with his strength. Doesn't move any piles, and not a consistent blocker either, which concerns me because if we're talking about him, my ideal role that I envision for him is like an elite 3rd down running back. Like, potentially, I don't want to get too crazy, but like potentially one of the best 3rd down running backs we've seen in the NFL. But he's not a good pass protector. He doesn't recognize blitzes very well. So how do you put him in on 3rd downs unless his role is only to get out of the backfield and to receive? So you see where I'm coming from? Like, I cannot put my thumb on it just yet, but there is something really special about him. There really is something special about him, and I think the draft capital will be there as well.
It sounds like there's opportunity for him. I think the situation has to be perfect. It has to go into an offense where I think
goes to the Cardinals here, for example.
Yeah, it has to be in the maybe, but I think it has to be in the offense that, you know, quick dumb passes. That's the expectation. You know, maybe not somebody that's going to sit in the pocket for too long where their release is immediate. You know, I picture somebody more like, I'm just going to throw teams out where I feel like maybe he can contribute based on the offense, just off the top of my head. I feel like Bills are a really interesting one, even though they don't need him.
That would be a nightmare with the backs there.
I feel like someone like Tom Brady in the Bucks, if Tom Brady does stay, because he's really quick in the release and he makes his quick decisions to get him into space.
That would be fun.
Someone like Tua as well, with another quick guy on a quick team. That's how I'm picturing it. So he may not be a guy that's going to be able to block all the time, but he's a guy they're going to scheme him in.
In PPR leagues, it's like very intriguing, you know.
Jalen Hyatt, by the way.
Jalen Hyatt goes off the board. I put that down.
And you're on the clock.
I don't love Hyatt, but at this point, I'm not going to say it's a reach at all because it's not. Okay, I'm on the clock, and honestly, I'm lost.
Right.
I think I'm going to probably try and grab a value at the running back position here. Actually, this is a no-brainer for me to grab to grab Dallas Goedert this late.
No.
This is a no-brainer this late at the 9-12. I feel like someone handed me a gift to get Dallas Goedert this late. Who was he was a top 3 tight end before he went down, right?
He was a top 4 tight end.
Okay.
I have it up here. I had it up because I was going to talk about he's a top 4 tight end.
Go ahead.
1 to 10.
Hype up my pick for me.
Yeah, he was a top 4 tight end for weeks 1 to 10. I mean, he was doing his thing in Philly, right? And then obviously he got injured. He started missing some time, and you know, I think it kind of just went down from there. I have no doubt that he definitely could have finished as a top 2, the second tight end, because we saw the downfall of Mark Andrews when Lamar got hurt, right? So TJ Hawkinson came in, Mark Andrews, and they kind of merged. I think he would have had a very similar finish of what TJ Hawkinson had. 85 receptions, 128 targets, maybe a little bit more consistent in that area, just under 900 yards for TJ Hawkinson. I think that's exactly where Dallas Goedert could have finished, especially the way he was going. So it's unfortunate. I mean, he finished as tight end 12 this year, and he had 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I mean,
hey, I'm gonna go ahead and grab. I don't want any of these running backs, so I'm gonna grab Rashee Rice here.
What the?
Who in the second round lands with the Patriots in the mock draft that we're doing. I'm a big fan of Rashee Rice, and I think that I don't want to wait to see if he's gonna. I'd rather wait on running backs and just see what's available than miss out on Rashee Rice here. So I'll take Rashee Rice here as I continue to kind of grow this wide receiver room, which I'm really happy with. This looks a lot like a build I would traditionally do. I just typically don't go running back with my second pick, you know. So I'm liking this team. I'm liking where it's headed, and we'll see if we can get some values later on at other positions. I'm not sure where to put our face in a second.
Where you're at? Okay, I mean.
Hey guys, 139 people watching the stream. Huge love. Thanks for joining us. Could you do us a massive favor and drop a like? That would mean a lot to us. The most simple way for you to support the channel, to support what we do. Why do we ask you to drop a like? It helps push the videos out. It helps push the streams out, the algorithm. It helps us grow the channel. And eventually, you know, if you guys like our content, maybe you'll watch it, which means that we could obviously grow this together. So really, really appreciate everyone who is able to drop a like. 138 people. Why can't we get to 138? I think we can do it together if you guys help us out. So thanks for the love on today's stream. And we've been trying to keep up with the chat, but you guys are awesome. It's hard to keep up. Scary, I agree. That was my comp for Jalen Hyatt, was MVS. That's been my comp, and I'm kind of right there with you. Thoughts on Isaiah Spiller? Yeah, not a player that Badake or I was in on. We were very anti Isaiah Spiller last year. Everyone was telling us he was the second running back in the class. We're like, I get that you're saying that, but my eyes are telling me he's just a guy. And I don't have a lot of hope for him to develop. He's just athletically has a lot of limitations, and that's concerning for me.
So Josh Downs went. These guys went.
Would you rather have Connor in a random 23 first or Ken Walker? It depends on where that first is. If it's late, then Ken Walker. If it's early, if that's like a top 3 pick, then the pick.
I'll take Parker Washington. He went to the Ravens here.
Nice. That's a good pick.
Yeah,
I was considering him.
I feel really comfortable here, especially in this offense. Hopefully this offense kind of switches it up. So especially at the 10 here, you kind of go for you guys now a little bit.
Yeah, I was considering Parker. I just have Rashee Rice ranked a little higher, and I didn't want 2 Ravens. But I think that's a really good landing spot for him.
Yeah, I think
he could fit that team well. But then, of course, we could be just trapping ourselves with Ravens.
Again, exactly. So, I mean, it's so hard to think about that.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet that was like, are the Ravens really going to switch it up at all with this offensive coordinator? I forgot his name. Is it Greg Roman, I think? It's clear that he's a run guy. It's clear. Like, it's not going to change unless they get rid of him. But I don't know.
One of my friends just sent me Tommy, who is here with us. I just want to look at this thing that he just sent me. So this is what he was talking about earlier. Colts gave Trey Lance the blue card in 2021 and still need a quarterback. What's the blue card? I find it hard to believe Ballard wouldn't at least call the 49ers about Lance. What would he offer? I don't know. Entirely possible Lance has a higher draft grade than Stroud and Levis. I think that's possible. Costs a lot less trading up to 1. So what's a blue card?
This thing that we're talking about, and you have good character on top of it, it's a no-brainer. You're a blue card.
You put it all together.
I'm not sure.
Okay, a blue card is basically like you're like their ideal player to have, like as an Indianapolis Colt. You're like ideally what they're looking for as a franchise, basically. Is what it sounds like. But that's interesting. I wouldn't hate Trey Lance to the Colts, man. That could be interesting.
Yeah. Goes Jordan Love.
Upside for A-Chain is so much higher than most of the second round. I'll be in for early mid-round cost. Yeah, in rookie drafts, I'm trying to determine where I want to draft A-Chain, but I feel like mid-second feels right still. I still want Evans and Charbonnet ahead of him, but he's very close to them for me.
Those Romeo Dubs, Donovan Peoples.
In PPR formats, like maybe A-Chain is the answer. Pickens got to be most controversial value in all of Dynasty. He's got that dog in him, but I'll keep buying. Yeah, we like Pickens here. I've pretty much been maybe one of his biggest supporters throughout last year.
We got a couple rookies, Zay Flowers and Darnell Washington.
I like the Zay Flowers pick there. Where did he land? Houston, right?
Flowers. I'm trying to find
H-Town?
it.
It's a good landing spot for him. Plenty of opportunities available.
Yeah, he did go to Houston.
Zay and where? And who? Darnell.
And Darnell Washington, who went to the Saints.
Yeah, we talked about Darnell a little bit yesterday. You want to share our concerns overall?
I think the size, basically, he's 6'7", nearly 300 pounds. Is this guy, and he's sluggish. I understand he's a big body guy. He probably can't contribute, but are they really just drafting him to be a pure blocker on the edge and not somebody that's going to be contributing in a fantasy perspective? So we just have to wait and see what that looks like. And if he runs a really, really slow 40, which nowadays these tight ends are going to run really fast, but like if he runs the slowest, I think that's a huge concern. But at the same time, you kind of give him grace with being 6'7".
I know. I see he's 670. He's 6'7", 270 right now. So they think he can get down to 260, but just not like it's difficult evaluating tight ends because you watch wide receivers and you can easily see like this guy's got incredible speed or he doesn't. Tight ends is just different. Like they don't have that kind of speed typically unless you're Kyle Pitts. But then even when you compare him to like the Goddards, and he's a different player, right? But the Goddards, the Hawkinsons, the Kittles, the Komets, the Michael Mayers, he doesn't have that kind of speed, and he's not exactly a very good route runner because it's hard to move 270 pounds on a dime. So with him being such a good blocker, I think a lot of teams are viewing him almost as an extra offensive lineman that they can add. Not to say that he won't be involved in the air because he has good hands, but it's difficult to know where the fantasy value will come from.
Yeah.
Glad I took a flyer on him in free agency. Nice. Would you trade the 106 and Mac Jones for Jared Goff and Jameson Williams? Yes, I would.
Yes, I would.
What's up, Mitchell? This is a mock, brother.
Mock draft. Yeah.
The title of the stream says mock. Yeah. Blue chip player. Yep. Got it. Deshaun and a 24 first or Lamar. I'll take Deshaun in the first.
Yeah.
Hollywood Brown's going to shoot up in value once D-Hop gets moved. Yeah, I could see that happening. Depends on Indy's head coach. Reich would have been nice with him. That's true. Just there's no way Jeff Saturday's actually a genuine option for them.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of offensive coordinators being interviewed for that.
Yeah.
We got James Conner.
Hey, I'm hearing Sean Payton potentially to Arizona. And everyone out there who has a lot of Kyler like me, we love hearing Sean McVay to Arizona. That could be great. Another quarterback another head coach who dealt with a quarterback who had size concerns and pretty much built him up to be the quarterback that he is collectively. But now you have someone who can also escape the pocket. That could be fun, man. Sean McVay with Kyler, that could be fun. That's what Kyler needs. He needs a coach like that.
Definitely. Oh, where to go here? I'm going to go tight end as well.
By the way, I just want to let everyone know, we currently have one orphan team available over on Patreon. I will send our Patreon link here in a second, but you can definitely check it out. Read through the tiers, see if you're interested. It's a way to support us. Playing in leagues is one of the benefits of supporting us over on Patreon, if you're on the right tier. But we have one orphan available right now if you would like to play in our follower leagues. And it's a good team, great picks. As far as like good team, I mean like there's a clear direction for it. I think there's like 4 first-round picks right now with the team that's up for orphan. And yeah, it's looking for a new home. So if you want to be the person to do that, first come, first serve type basis. And I would highly suggest to first check out our Discord. There's a text channel called Follower Leagues Info. A lot of information is there. Feel free to DM us if you have questions. But again, it will be first come, first serve for that team.
And I think somebody, maybe not. I was like, I think somebody might have got it, but maybe they signed him for the wrong tier.
If anyone's name is Sam Stuve, Make sure you sign up to the Dynasty Gold tier if you're looking to take over that one. Maybe you're just looking to get the Close Range Plus tier. Hey, Baker. Thank you for the sub.
Hit the gat.
Who is that here that just got drafted?
What type of quarterback can I get trading?
Hold on. Who just got drafted, Badake?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I did not realize that. Deuce Vaughn, RB1, baby. Deuce Vaughn.
Oh, my goodness.
Deuce.
Now, this is a player that I have completely written off because of size. Is he 5'6"? I think he's one... What is he? So I try not to write people off, but I think I have written him off because of size. There goes Brock Purdy off the board.
That's nice.
Big cock Brock.
Big cock Brock.
We love a little big cock Brock. I mean, I was considering Tyler Algier at the 10-1. And at this point, this feels like exactly like the type of players that I was looking for with Tyler Algier. And I think I'm also going to go David Montgomery.
Monty.
I feel like these are the exact running backs I was kind of hoping to get later on to kind of complete this team here. I'm very happy with this squad now. Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson. My running backs, I got Bijan, Algier, Monty. Hopefully he signs somewhere in free agency. I've got Burks, London, Dotson, Pittman, Bateman, and Rice, and then Goddard. I want this to be a real team right now. I'm happy with it.
It's good. I like it.
Can I make us even smaller? Is it even worth at this point? Can you guys, like, is it worth us even having our faces up?
I guess just put us on the top, or like maybe put us in.
You know what? That's a good idea.
And you can make us bigger and just cover our names, cover the names of the people. Yeah, put in the center and then like put it right up to the edge of, I guess, Justin Fields or.
That's good enough for now.
Yeah, that should work. Am I on the clock
what type
here?
of quarterback?
Oh, no.
Sorry.
That's a good pick, Macy. I had him on my queue.
Yeah, that's a great pick.
I had him on my queue, man. I was contemplating taking him, to be honest with you, but I like where Njoku was.
What quarterback can I get trading my 110 and 24 first? Depends on where that first is projected. I mean, maybe like Dak Prescott feels potentially realistic. You know, I feel like Dak feels like a realistic answer there. Maybe a Kyler, depending on how people value him. I don't think you'll get Watson, but you could try. Those are the kind of names I would assume you could look at. Abaki says Watson wide receiver 1 next year. I think what we saw the second half of this season is his floor. I would say he can be a wide receiver 1. I feel more comfortable projecting him as like a top 15 to 20 guy, but I definitely think it's possible. We have to find out what's going to happen with Aaron Rodgers. Not to say that Jordan Love can't do it, but he's not the same exact quarterback at this point of his career, you know?
Is Cedric Tillman off the board? No, right?
No, he's not.
Okay.
But who was just drafted by Rowan?
Yeah, it was Cedric Tillman. He won his 8 fouls originally, but
okay.
Cedric Tillman is available.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a running back here. That I think he's gonna continue to go in the same direction, same trajectory, is gonna have the somewhat similar opportunities to what they have, and I think instead of it being like an 80-20 or 70-30, I think it could purely be a 50-50, which we kind of saw just based on the injury that we saw, and that's Jamal Williams. If I'm not mistaken, he has like a 3-year contract.
He does not. He's a free agent.
Oh shit, never mind. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure. I thought he had.
He's a free agent.
Jamal Williams. Okay, well then, never mind.
Yeah, he's a free agent. There's a chance he comes back though.
There is a chance he comes back.
I mean, why not bring him back on another 2-year deal or something if you're Detroit? But yeah, he is a free agent. We don't know what's gonna happen there.
Let me see. I'm just pulling up his contract.
Yeah, you could definitely get Tua for that price. I just don't know if I want to pay that much. Who's realistic wide receiver to target to trade for the 111?
GG's.
I'd be selling the 111. I think in that category, you're looking at like potentially a Jahan Dotson.
Who's realistic wide receiver to target?
It's pretty high. Like a George Pickens, a Jahan Dotson. maybe Christian Watson, depending on how people view him. Treylon Burks, because people are much lower on him than I am. That kind of feels around the range.
Yeah, that feels comfortable.
Pacheco before Aaron Jones. Yeah, I'm not saying I agree or disagree, but it is interesting to see. We're going to see a lot of... there'll be a lot of things where early in the offseason, we're like, whoa, that's crazy. And then in 3 months, we'll be like, yeah, that makes sense. You know, like that's just how it works with the mock draft world.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Herbert? Montgomery may be leaving Chicago. I feel like Herbert's a good player to have, but I feel very confident that another running back is coming in.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I feel that as well. 108, 109, and 110 for Waddle, and a mid-24 first. 3 firsts for Waddle.
Technically 2. And they're late. They're late firsts.
108, 108, 110, and 108, 109, and 110. Yeah.
But what do you get back?
Yeah, no. Right, because you get the 24. Right? Okay, I see what you were saying.
Yeah. I think because of late first, I understand it, but
yeah,
I don't know if you're getting a caliber of Jalen Waddle that late in this year's draft.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, I can see that you're getting so many firsts, but I don't know if I'm necessarily in love of who could potentially be there. I mean, at the moment, we're kind of projecting a Jordan Addison, maybe a Quint. I like Quinton, but I think I'd rather have Jalen Waddle over Quinton as a talent, especially as more proven.
That's pretty even. I mean, look, it depends on where your team is, the state of your team. You know, if your team needs picks and you just need to take shots because you don't have really any positions covered, I'm fine with the picks. But if Waddle's going to help kind of build a team that you already really love and you have the picks to use, I don't mind that for Waddle. I think you might be able to get him a little bit cheaper, though. The question is, would you sell the 111 for a guy like Burks? Yes, I absolutely would. In fact, I'm trying to get Burks for the 108 in our home Dynasty League, but I've been trying to shop the 108 for Treylon.
And the Dynasty one?
Yes. Okay, my wife is calling me, so this is going to have to be the end of the mock draft here, guys. Because I think she's out of surgery, which is good news, but I need to go and see. This next pick is dedicated to my wife.
No worries. Guys, we appreciate you. I'll kind of do a little. Oh, you go ahead, go for it.
No, go ahead.
No,
I don't know what I'm gonna take.
I'm just gonna say, as Zach's making that pick, we appreciate you, or every single one of you, as you leave. If you can drop a like, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Still 117 people here watching. We appreciate you, and we're gonna go live every Monday. We're gonna go live every Monday through Thursday. 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, depending on the time we go. So just turn on your notifications. We're going to be live. And join our Discord. That link in the description below. We have so many people there. Great community. We appreciate you guys. And I don't know if you have anything else to say, if you have to go like right away or anything.
Last pick was Rome Odunze. Big fan of Rome's route running abilities. Excited to see him in the NFL. Was hoping to grab Sam Howell there, but got sniped. But yeah, very excited to be in this season where we're doing mock drafts. We're going to be constantly doing them, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hey, we have 2 really, I would say, good videos. We're proud of them as videos that have just released. Rookie tiers and must-keep players, kind of stashes or buy lows, however you want to view them. If you want to view those videos, I'll go ahead and paste them in the chat. Maybe you're still like, I want to hang out. Well, we got 2 videos that we just released in the past 2 days that you guys can go watch. I'm proud of those videos. I know Badake is as well.
Yeah.
Like the video if you like the stream if you haven't done so yet. That would mean a lot to us if you can. The last things that we will say as well is just consider giving us a follow over on Twitter. You can see my Twitter here, and I'll paste it in the chat. If you're big on Twitter, I'm trying to put out a bunch of film evaluation there, start conversations, show you players, show you all 22 film, different things like that. Badake is also on Twitter. I'll paste his there. And then lastly, you can consider joining us over on Patreon if you'd like to. Hey, thank you so much for the sub. You can check out our Patreon there. Join our Discord if you want to get any more information on our Patreon. And we will be back tomorrow with a rookie draft. So huge love, guys. We will see you then. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Love.